From the Mediterranean coastlines to the mountains of Asia and the heart of West Africa, the letter I takes us on a fascinating journey through countries rich in culture, complexity and character. In this episode, we explore the unique stories, landscapes and travel experiences of Iceland, India, Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, Ireland, Israel, Italy and Ivory Coast. Whether you're drawn to ancient civilizations, cutting-edge cities or breathtaking natural beauty, these countries have something unforgettable to offer. Let's dive in. Welcome to Iceland, the land of fire and ice, where volcanoes and glaciers coexist and ancient sagas still echo through the wind-swept plains. Though small in population, Iceland is rich in natural beauty, Nordic history and modern innovation. Let's dive into its 20th century journey, top tourist highlights and what makes this island nation a true wonder of the world. Iceland's modern history is one of independence, prosperity and environmental leadership. Though self-governing since 1918, Iceland remained under Danish rule until 1944, when it declared full independence while Denmark was occupied during World War II. During World War II and the Cold War, Iceland played a strategic NATO role in the North Atlantic and saw rapid modernization. Fishing and aluminum production fueled the economy, but Iceland remained socially progressive and environmentally focused. In the 2000s, Iceland experienced a banking boom, followed by a severe crash in 2008. But its response, centered on transparency and reform, helped it recover quickly. Today, Iceland thrives on renewable energy, tourism, and a global reputation for gender equality, safety, and innovation. Iceland is a nature lover's dream, packed with surreal landscapes and unforgettable adventures. This iconic route showcases geology, history, and raw beauty, perfect for first-time visitors. Iceland's capital is cozy yet cosmopolitan, known for its music scene, quirky art, and geothermal pools like the famous Blue Lagoon. Sea icebergs drift out to sea and wash ashore like jewels, a photographer's paradise. Vik is home to Reynisfjara Beach, one of the most dramatic and mysterious stretches of coastline on Earth. Depending on the season, Iceland offers either aurora chasing magic or sunlight that never sleeps. Iceland's weather is as dramatic as its landscapes. Prepare for all seasons in a single day. Summer, from June to August, is mild with near 24-hour daylight, ideal for road trips and hikes. Winter, from November to March, is dark and cold, but great for northern lights and ice caves. Spring and autumn are cool and less crowded, good for photography and nature. Go in summer for the midnight sun and accessible landscapes, or winter for aurora hunting and fewer crowds. Iceland is efficient, safe and incredibly modern, but be prepared for premium prices. The currency is the Icelandic krona, often abbreviated as ISK. As of 2025, $1 is approximately 140 ISK. Some tips cards are accepted everywhere, even for small purchases. Tipping is not expected as service charges are included. For accommodation, budget options range from $40 to $70 per night in hostels and guest houses. Mid-range accommodations will cost around $100 to $180 per night. Luxury stays start at $200 per night. When it comes to food and dining, hot dogs or street eats will set you back about $5 to $8. Sit-down restaurants usually cost around $20 to $40 per person. For transportation, renting a car is best for exploring, as the roads are well maintained. Public buses and tours are available for those who prefer not to drive. Icelandic is the official language, but don't worry, nearly everyone speaks fluent English. The language is Icelandic, which is Old Norse-based and one of the world's oldest languages. English usage is very high, especially in cities and tourist services. Here are some useful phrases in Icelandic. Hello is hello, thank you is tak, yes is ja, no is nay, and goodbye is bless. Trying a few Icelandic words is fun, but English will get you everywhere. That's our journey through Iceland, a land of myths, extremes and pure natural magic. Whether you're gazing at northern lights, soaking in geothermal springs or walking between tectonic plates, Iceland is a country that leaves its mark on your soul. Like this video if Iceland took your breath away. Subscribe for more in-depth country features. Hit the bell, more incredible countries are just ahead. Welcome to India, a nation of infinite diversity, ancient wisdom and modern dynamism. From the snow-capped Himalayas to sun-drenched beaches, sacred traditions to space exploration, India is a country that defies definition and invites discovery. Let's explore India's 20th century evolution, its breathtaking destinations, and what makes it one of the most unique and influential nations on Earth. India's 20th century history is a journey of colonial struggle, independence, innovation, and global impact. After centuries under British rule, India fought for its freedom with leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Nehru, and countless others in a non-violent revolution that inspired the world. On August 15, 1947, India became an independent nation, but the partition created Pakistan and led to widespread violence and displacement. India became a secular democratic republic in 1950. In the following decades, it focused on self-reliance, industrialization and agricultural reform. Economic liberalization in 1991 sparked rapid growth. Today, India is a global leader in technology, cinema, medicine and space exploration, all while preserving its rich traditions. India is more than a destination, it's an experience of the senses, spirit and soul. One of the new 7 wonders of the world, the Taj Mahal in Agra, is a symbol of eternal love and unmatched beauty. The land of kings, Rajasthan dazzles with royal heritage, folk music and desert adventures. Nicknamed God's own country, Kerala offers serenity, spice plantations and natural healing. One of the world's oldest cities, Varanasi is a spiritual epicenter of life, death and rebirth. Whether you're visiting Rishikesh, Leh Ladakh or Darjeeling, India's north is a place of peace and power. India's climate ranges from alpine cold to tropical heat, so timing your trip matters. Winter, from November to February, is best for most regions, cool and dry. Summer, from March to June, is hot, especially in the plains. Monsoon from June to September is lush and dramatic, but rain-heavy in many areas. Visit between October and March for festivals, clear skies and pleasant temperatures across much of the country. India is budget-friendly, culturally immersive and incredibly diverse. Just plan wisely and travel respectfully. Currency information. The currency name is Indian rupee, INR. As of 2025, $1 is approximately 83 INR. Cash is essential in rural areas, cards are common in cities, prepaid SIM cards and ride apps like Ola and Uber simplify travel. Accommodation can range from $10 to $25 per night for budget options like hostels and guest houses, $30 to $80 for mid-range hotels, and over $100 for luxury stays in heritage hotels and resorts. When it comes to food, street food like samosas and dosas can cost $1 to $3, while restaurant meals range from $5 to $20 per person. Transportation includes trains, buses, rickshaws, and low-cost domestic flights. Always agree on prices for taxis in advance unless they're metered. India has 22 official languages and hundreds of dialects, but don't worry, English is widely spoken. Major languages include Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, and many more. English is very common in urban areas, business, and tourism. Here are some useful phrases in Hindi. Hello, namaste, thank you, dhanyavad, how much? Katne kahai, yes, han, no, nahi tip, respect local customs, remove shoes in temples, dress modestly, and be patient in crowds. That's our journey through India, a country of color, complexity, and endless wonder. Whether you're exploring sacred rivers, historic monuments, or flavorful food stalls, India offers an experience that is as transformative as it is unforgettable. Like this video, if India left you inspired, subscribe to explore every country around the world. Hit the bell, we've got more iCountries coming next. Welcome to Indonesia, a big group of islands, more than 17,000 of them. It's a place where hot volcanoes, cool ocean winds, and old ways of life all mix together. It's the 4th biggest country by how many people live there. Indonesia has many different kinds of people and things, and it's always changing. Let's learn about its strong, recent past, the best places to visit, and why it's a country where you can always find new and interesting things. Indonesia's story in recent times is about getting free from other countries, a time with one strong leader, making things better and being important in the world. After many, many years of Dutch rule, Indonesia said it was free in 1945 with Sukarno as leader. After 4 years of fighting, other countries agreed it was free in 1949. After a try to take over the government didn't work and things were messy, Suharto took control in 1967. He was a very strong leader for over 30 years. This was called the New Order time. During this time, the country made more money, but there was also some cheating and people who disagreed were quieted. In 1998, Suharto quit because many people were protesting. This started the Reformasi time. This time brought changes to make the country fair, gave more power to local areas and more freedom for people. Today, Indonesia is a lively country where people vote. It's one of the top 20 richest countries and a place that connects different parts of the world like the Islamic world, Southeast Asia and Western countries. From temples in the jungle to beautiful islands, Indonesia is a great place for people who like adventure, surfing, thinking about life and nature. Bali mixes quiet thinking, surfing, fun at night and old customs. It's perfect for relaxing and for learning about the local way of life. This place has Borobudur, the biggest Buddhist temple in the world, and Prambanan, a big Hindu temple place. This area is like the religious center of Java. You can see the biggest lizards in the world, dive in clear water with pretty corals, and walk through amazing-looking islands. Indonesia is in a place with many volcanoes called the Ring of Fire. Mount Bromo and Ijen Crater are super exciting places to see this. People say Raja Ampat is like the last beautiful, untouched place on Earth. It's a top spot for people who love diving and traveling in a way that's good for nature. Indonesia has warm weather all year with two main times, a rainy time and a dry time. The dry time from May to October is best for visiting. The sky is clear and the waves are good for surfing. The rainy time from November to April has lots of rain in many places but not as many tourists. The best time to go is between June and September for good weather, especially if you're going to Bali, Java or Komodo. Indonesia is not too expensive and good for travelers, but prices can be very different depending on where you go. The money here is called Indonesian rupiah or IDR. In 2025, $1 is about 15,000 IDR. Helpful hints. It's better to use cash in small towns. You can use cards in big cities and Bali. Always check how much ATMs charge and use good known banks. Places to stay, cheap places $10 to $25 a night, medium places $30 to $70 a night, fancy hotels $100 or more a night. Food, street food like nasi goreng or satay costs about $1 to $3. Eating in restaurants $5 to $15 for one person. Getting around, you can take planes or boats to go between islands. Apps like Grab help you travel in cities. The main language is Bahasa Indonesia, but many people speak English in tourist spots like Bali, Yogyakarta and big cities. Some helpful words in Bahasa Indonesia. Hello is halo, thank you is terima kasih, yes is ya, no is tidak. How much is berapa harganya? Helpful hint. Smiling and saying a few nice words really helps. People in Indonesia are known for being friendly and welcoming. So that's our trip through Indonesia, a country with amazing islands, special culture and wild beauty. If you like looking for waterfalls in Bali, walking up volcanoes in Java or diving near colorful corals, Indonesia has tons of adventures for everyone. Like this video if Indonesia amazed you, subscribe for more global explorations, hit the bell, we've got more countries on the way. Welcome to Iran. It's a place full of poems, old kingdoms, and surprising things. It's where old Persian ways, Islamic customs, and new dreams all mix together. People know Iran for its amazing history, beautiful art, and friendly people. But there's so much more to Iran than what you hear in the news. Let's take a look at what happened in Iran in the 1900s and find out about the cool culture and amazing places you can visit that you'll never forget. What's happened in Iran lately has a lot to do with kings and queens, big changes, and the ongoing pull between old ways and new ideas. In 1925, a new king named Reza Shah Pahlavi came to power. He started making big changes to make the country modern and less focused on religion. His son, Mohammad Reza Shah, kept growing factories and businesses. But some people didn't like him because he was very strict. Things weren't fair for everyone, and he was very friendly with countries in the West. In 1979, the people of Iran got rid of the Shah in a big movement. A leader named Ayatollah Khomeini took over, and Iran became an Islamic republic. This was a huge change in how the country was run and how people lived. The 1980s were mostly about a really bad war between Iran and Iraq. Since then, other countries have put rules on Iran. People have protested, and there have been lots of talks about how to make things better. Even with some problems, Iran is still a very important country in its area, and it's one of the oldest places where people have lived for a super long time. Iran is like a treasure chest for people who travel. You can see old, broken-down cities, beautiful Persian gardens, amazing mosques, and the people are incredibly welcoming. Persepolis was started by a great king named Darius over 2,500 years ago. It's a special UNESCO site that shows how amazing the Achaemenid Empire was. Isfahan used to be the capital city a long time ago. It's famous for its beautiful Islamic buildings, busy markets, and its lovely, almost like poetry style. The capital, Tehran, is a mix of big city areas, cool art museums, places with important history. And you can even go to snowy mountains nearby, called the Alborz Mountains. Shiraz is a lovely city, known for books, roses, and where wine first came from a long, long time ago. In Shiraz, you can feel the culture in its poems and bright colors. Yezd is like a special spot in the desert full of old traditions and clever ideas. It's one of the oldest cities in the world where people have always lived. Iran has all sorts of weather, from really cold like in high mountains to super hot like in a desert. Spring, from March to May, is the best time to go. The weather is nice and not too hot, everything is colorful, and they have big celebrations for Nowruz, which is their new year. Summer from June to August can get really hot in the middle and south of Iran, but it's cooler if you go to the mountains or up north. Autumn from September to November is also a good time. The weather is nice and it's not too crowded with tourists. Winter from December to February is perfect if you like skiing in the Alborz Mountains, though it can get pretty cold in many cities, so the best times to visit are spring or autumn. That's when the weather is most comfy and there's lots of cool cultural stuff happening. Traveling in Iran doesn't cost too much and you'll learn a lot, but you do need to plan a bit because of some rules about banks. The money they use is called the Iranian Rial, or IRR for short. Around the year 2025, $1 is worth about 420,000 rials, but the rate you get on the street can be different. When you go, you really need to bring cash with you. Credit cards from other countries won't work because of those rules I mentioned. Make sure you change your money at proper money exchange shops. You can also use apps on your phone to see what the real rate is. For places to stay, cheap options are about $10 to $30 a night. Medium-priced places are about $40 to $70 a night. And fancy small hotels or old-style guest houses start at around $80 a night. Gap 2S. For food, you can get yummy street food and kebabs for just $2 to $5. If you eat in a restaurant, it's usually about $7 to $15 for one person. Getting around is also pretty cheap. Buses and trains that go between cities don't cost much. In the cities, you can take taxis or use apps like Snap, which is like Uber. The main language in Iran is Persian, which is also called Farsi. But lots of young people and people in tourist spots speak English, so you should be okay. Some handy Farsi phrases are hello, salam, thank you, merci, or mote shakeram, yes, bal, no, na, how are you, hala shoma chetore. One thing to remember, Iranian people are super friendly and welcoming. People will say hello warmly, invite you for tea, and want to chat with you wherever you go. So that's our quick trip through Iran, a country with a long history of big kingdoms, a love for poetry, and people who are surprisingly friendly. Whether you're looking at amazing tile work, walking through old markets, or eating saffron rice with the local people, Iran shows you some of the best parts of human history and culture. If you liked learning about Iran, give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to see more videos about different countries, and click the bell so you don't miss our next video. We'll be looking at more countries that start with the letter I. Welcome to Iraq, the cradle of civilization, where the ancient past meets a resilient present. Once the heart of Mesopotamia and home to some of the world's earliest cities, Iraq is a land of extraordinary heritage, enduring spirit and growing hopes for revival. Let's uncover Iraq's powerful modern story and explore the culture, beauty, and strength that lie beyond the headlines. Iraq's 20th century journey includes monarchy, revolution, war, dictatorship, and a difficult road toward democracy and stability. After World War I, Iraq was created from former Ottoman territories under British mandate, becoming an independent kingdom in 1932. Growing nationalism and political unrest led to a revolution in 1958, ending the monarchy. The Ba'ath Party took power in 1968, with Saddam Hussein eventually becoming president in 1979. Under his rule, Iraq faced the Iran-Iraq War from 1980 to 88, the Gulf War from 1990 to 91, and brutal suppression of dissent. In 2003, a US-led coalition invaded Iraq, overthrowing Saddam. The years that followed were marked by violence, insurgency, and sectarian conflict, including the rise of ISIS. Today, Iraq is working to rebuild, balancing democracy, national identity, and security challenges while reviving tourism, heritage sites, and civic life. Iraq is slowly reopening to international tourism, offering ancient ruins, religious landmarks, and hidden cultural gems. Home to Hammurabi and Nebuchadnezzar, ancient Babylon was once one of the world's greatest cities. Iraq's capital blends Islamic architecture, art, literature, and a youth-led cultural revival. These holy cities attract millions of religious visitors to sites like the Imam Ali Shrine and Imam Hussein Shrine. In the autonomous Kurdistan region, Erbil is one of the world's oldest continuously inhabited cities. Once drained under Saddam, the Mesopotamian marshes are now a UNESCO biosphere reserve and cultural refuge. Iraq has a desert and semi-arid climate with dramatic summer heat and mild winters. Spring, from March to May, is the best time to visit, with pleasant weather and greenery. Summer, from June to September, is extremely hot, especially in southern and central Iraq. Autumn, from October to November, offers another comfortable window for travel. Winter, from December to February, is cooler, especially in the northern mountain areas. Plan your trip between March and May or October to early December for ideal conditions. Traveling to Iraq is increasingly accessible, but requires careful planning, local knowledge, and cultural awareness. Currency name, Iraqi dinar, abbreviated as IQD. The exchange rate as of 2025 is approximately $1 to 1,300 Iraqi dinar. Here are some tips. Cash is essential. Few places accept international cards. Always use official exchange bureaus or banks for currency exchange. Accommodation in Iraq varies widely depending on your budget. For budget travelers, basic guest houses can range from $15 to $30 per night. If you're looking for something mid-range, expect to pay between $40 to $70 per night. For those who prefer higher-end hotels, prices start at $80 per night. with most of these options available in cities like Erbil and Baghdad. When it comes to food and dining, Iraq offers a variety of options to suit different budgets. Street food and local dishes are quite affordable, typically costing between $1 to $5. Be sure to try local favorites like kebab, dolma, or masgouf. If you prefer dining in restaurants, you can expect to spend around $8 to $20 per person. Transportation, shared taxis, intercity buses, and private drivers are common. Travel with guides is advised for safety and access to historical sites. Arabic is the official language, while Kurdish is spoken in the north. English is limited but improving in urban areas. Hello, assalamu alaikum. Thank you, shukran. Yes, naam. No la, how are you? Kaifa halak. Tip, Iraqis are proud, hospitable and curious about foreigners. Conversations can lead to strong local connections. That's our journey through Iraq, a country of timeless legacies, sacred lands, and a people striving toward peace and renewal. From the ruins of Babylon to the rebirth of the marshes, Iraq is rediscovering its place in the world and opening its doors to those who seek understanding beyond the past. Like this video, if Iraq showed you something new, subscribe for more deep dives into the world's nations. Hit the bell. Our next destination is just around the corner. Welcome to Ireland, a land of ancient legends, poetic soul and emerald landscapes. Known as the Emerald Isle, Ireland blends myth and modernity, fierce independence with warm-hearted hospitality. Let's explore its powerful 20th century history and discover why Ireland is a favourite for travellers seeking beauty, depth and a touch of magic. Ireland's modern story is one of struggle, sovereignty and cultural renaissance. Ireland's fight for freedom reached a turning point with the Easter Rising of 1916, leading to the Irish War of Independence, 1919–1921. Leading to the Irish War of Independence, 1919–1921. The resulting Anglo-Irish Treaty created the Irish Free State in 1922, but also triggered a bitter civil war over the deal's terms. A new constitution in 1937 renamed the country Éire, and in 1949 it officially became the Republic of Ireland. Post-war decades were marked by emigration and economic struggle, until reforms and EU membership in the 1970s began a steady transformation. The 1990s economic boom, dubbed the Celtic Tiger, turned Ireland into one of Europe's fastest-growing economies. Today, Ireland is a global tech hub, cultural powerhouse and symbol of peace, especially after the 1998 Good Friday Agreement helped end the conflict in Northern Ireland. Ireland offers something for every traveller: dramatic coastlines, cosy villages, rich folklore and historic wonders. One of Ireland's most iconic landscapes, the Cliffs of Moher, offer breathtaking views of the Atlantic Ocean. Ireland's capital is a city of literary legends, lively pubs and deep political history. Drive the Ring of Kerry for a journey through villages, castles, waterfalls and unforgettable sea views. Galway is known for its artsy spirit, music and as the gateway to the Aran Islands. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, this natural marvel is steeped in both geology and legend. Ireland's weather is famously unpredictable, but that's part of its charm. Spring, March, May, fresh, green and full of wildflowers. Summer, June, August, mild temperatures and festival season. Autumn, September, November, golden landscapes and cozy nights, winter, December, February. Quiet, chilly and full of pub warmth. Visit between May and September for long days, vibrant events and ideal conditions for road trips and hikes. Ireland is modern, friendly and easy to explore, especially for first-time visitors. Currency name, Euro EUR. Credit cards are widely accepted, tipping is not mandatory, but rounding up or 10% is appreciated in restaurants. Accommodation budget $30, $60 night, hostels, B&Bs. Mid-range $80, $150 night, luxury $180 plus night, hotels, countryside manors. Food and dining, pub meals $10, $15 restaurants, $20, $40 per person. Transportation, trains, buses and rental cars are the best ways to explore. Driving is on the left. Narrow rural roads require caution. Ireland is one of the few countries where the native language is English, though Irish Gaelic is still spoken and preserved. Useful Irish words: hello, dia duit, di ugwit, thank you, go rive me thagat, gurev ma agut, cheers, slenta, slauncha, tip. Don't be afraid to strike up conversation. The Irish are known for storytelling, wit and warmth. That's our journey through Ireland, a country of soulful music, lush landscapes and history carved in stone and song. Whether you're chasing legends on misty cliffs or toasting to life in a Dublin pub, Ireland invites you to feel at home in its beauty. Welcome to Israel, a nation where ancient history and cutting-edge innovation collide. As a spiritual homeland to three major world religions, a cradle of civilization, and a modern startup hub, Israel is a land of intensity, diversity, and resilience. Let's explore Israel's 20th century transformation, cultural richness, and what makes it a uniquely compelling destination. Israel's modern journey is defined by conflict, identity, survival, and state building. The Zionist movement emerged in the late 1800s, advocating a return to a Jewish homeland. Under British rule from 1917 to 1948, tensions grew between Jewish and Arab communities amid waves of Jewish immigration. The Zionist movement emerged in the late 1800s, advocating a return to a Jewish homeland. Under British rule from 1917 to 1948, tensions grew between Jewish and Arab communities amid waves of Jewish immigration. In 1948, Israel declared independence, sparking the first Arab-Israeli war and the Palestinian Nakba, or catastrophe. In the following decades, Israel fought major wars in 1956, 1967 and 1973, expanded territory, and signed a landmark peace treaty with Egypt in 1979. Efforts like the Oslo Accords aimed to resolve the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, though tensions persist. Today, Israel is a global leader in technology, defense, and medical innovation, while navigating deep political and social divides. Few places pack so much spiritual, historical, and natural wonder into such a small space as Israel. One of the world's holiest cities, Jerusalem draws pilgrims and travelers with its layers of history, faith, and culture. Known for its vibrant arts, beaches, and startups, Tel Aviv offers a dynamic contrast to Jerusalem's solemnity. The Dead Sea is the lowest point on Earth, famous for its healing waters and unique natural beauty. This ancient fortress tells a story of heroic last stand against Roman conquest. Explore Christian pilgrimage routes, waterfalls, and peaceful countryside far from the desert heat. Israel enjoys a Mediterranean climate with hot summers and mild winters. Travel in spring or fall for great weather, cultural events, and fewer crowds. Spring from March to May offers ideal weather, blooming landscapes, and Passover celebrations. Summer from June to August is hot and dry, perfect for beaches, festivals, and nightlife. Autumn from September to November is cooler and less crowded. Winter from December to February is mild in most areas, with snow possible in Jerusalem. Israel is modern, efficient, and easy to navigate for most travelers. The currency name is the Israeli shekel, abbreviated as ILS. As of 2025, $1 is approximately 3.6 ILS. Cards are widely accepted, even for small purchases. Tipping 10 to 15% is common in restaurants. Accommodation can vary widely in Israel. For budget travelers, you can expect to spend $30 to $60 per night. If you're looking for something mid-range, prices range from $80 to $150 per night. For those seeking luxury, accommodations start at $200 per night and up. When it comes to food and dining, street food like falafel and shawarma will cost you about $5 to $10. Dining in restaurants typically costs around $20 to $40 per person. Public transport is excellent. Use trains, buses, or shared taxis, also known as sherut. Avoid travel on Shabbat in some areas when services shut down. Israel has two official languages, Hebrew and Arabic, but English is widely spoken in cities and tourist areas. Hello? Shalom. Thank you, Toda. Yes, Ken, no, lo, how much? Kama ze ole. Cultural norms vary. Be respectful in religious sites, dress modestly when needed, and stay curious. That's our journey through Israel, a country of contrasts and coexistence where every corner tells a story older than history itself. Whether you're floating in the Dead Sea, walking the streets of Jerusalem, or sipping coffee in Tel Aviv, Israel offers a deep, dynamic experience like no other. Hello, and welcome to Italy. It's a super old place, full of amazing history, art, cool clothes, and yummy food. Think of old bits of Rome, lovely Venice, lively Naples, and fancy Milan. In Italy, history is all around you. The food is brilliant, and every street has a story to tell. Let's find out about Italy's big changes in the last 100 years or so, see some amazing places, and learn why so many people love to visit. In more recent times, Italy has been through some tough stuff like a scary government and wars. But then it got better and became a world leader in cool things like art and movies. Even though Italy became one country a long time ago, in 1861 different parts of it didn't always agree on things. In the 1920s, a man named Benito Mussolini came to power. He had a strict government and teamed up with Nazi Germany. Italy joined World War II on the side of the Axis powers. But then in 1943, other countries came in, Mussolini lost his job, and they didn't have a king or queen anymore. In 1946, Italy decided to be a republic, which means they vote for their leaders. After that, for many years, lots of factories were built. Amazing Italian films and cool designs started, and the country learned how to work as a new kind of government, which wasn't always easy. Now, Italy is one of the first countries in the EU. It's a top place for art, culture, and food. It's always trying to keep its old ways while also changing with the times. Not many countries have as much amazing art, fantastic food, and so many different kinds of beautiful places as Italy. Rome is like a giant museum that's still alive. You can see bits from old empires, the important Catholic Church, and lively streets all mixed together. Venice is built on water, like a dream. It's full of amazing buildings, a bit of mystery, and it's always been charming. Florence is where lots of clever art and ideas that changed the world came from. Go there to see works by famous people like Da Vinci and Botticelli, and pretty things everywhere you look. Take a drive along the Amalfi Coast. You'll see beautiful sea views, cute little towns by the water, and get a taste of the sweet life. Milan is where all the big business and fashion happens in Italy. It's got a modern, busy feel mixed with old, fancy buildings and big dreams for the future. The weather in Italy can be very different, from snowy mountains to sunny beaches. Every time of year has something special. Spring, from April to June, is lovely. The weather is just right and all the flowers are out. Summer, in July and August, is hot and fun, great for the beach. But it can get very busy with lots of people. Autumn, from September to October, is when they pick grapes. The light is golden and beautiful and there aren't as many tourists. Winter, from November to March, is great for cozy city trips, skiing in the mountains, and lovely Christmas markets. Spring and autumn are probably the best times to go. The weather is good, it's not too expensive, and you get to see the real local life. Italy is great for tourists and easy to get around, but different parts of Italy can feel like totally different countries, which is exciting. In Italy, they use the euro. You might see it written as EUR. You can use credit cards in most places, but if you go to smaller towns in the countryside, it's good to have some cash. You don't have to tip, but it's nice to round up the bill or leave about 10% if you like the service. They'll appreciate it. For places to stay, if you're on a budget, you can find spots for about $30 to $60 a night. For a medium-priced place, it'll be about $80 to $150 a night. If you want something really fancy, it usually starts at $200 a night and can be more. Gap 2S. For food, a coffee like an espresso is about $1 or $2. A plate of pasta or a pizza at a trattoria will usually cost you between $10 and $20. If you want a very special meal at a posh restaurant, it could be $40 or more for each person. Gap 2S. Getting around by train is pretty good and quick. You can use train companies like Trenitalia or Italo to go from one city to another. Driving a car is really nice in places like Tuscany, the Amalfi Coast or the Dolomites, but watch out for ZTL zones. Those are areas where you might not be allowed to drive. The main language is Italian, and it's a very lively language, just like the people. Lots of people speak English in the tourist spots, especially younger people. Learning a few Italian words can make your trip even more fun. Here are a few handy phrases. Hello is ciao or buongiorno. Thank you is grazie. How much is quanto costa? Yes is si and no is no. And if you want to say cheers, it's salute. Italians are friendly and like it when you look them in the eye. Don't rush around, take your time and enjoy everything. So that's our little trip through Italy. It's a country where old things and new things mix together beautifully, in every town square, in every meal, and in every painting. Whether you're drinking a coffee, looking up at the amazing Sistine Chapel, or watching a beautiful sunset in Positano, Italy is just wonderful for all your senses. It's like a big celebration of life. Give this video a thumbs up if you loved hearing about Italy. Subscribe so you can come with us on more trips around the world. Don't forget to hit the bell button. Next up, we're going to another country that starts with the letter I. Welcome to Côte d'Ivoire, also called Ivory Coast. It's a place where old African ways, French style and new energy all mix together. You can see it in its lively cities and special villages, from the fields where cocoa grows to the pretty waters by the sea. Ivory Coast is full of music, tasty food and strong spirit. Let's find out about its big story from the last 100 years and see why this special place in West Africa is becoming popular for people who love culture and adventure. Ivory Coast's story in more recent times is about being ruled by another country, then doing well, then having some troubles, and now getting better with hope. When it was part of French West Africa, Ivory Coast grew lots of cocoa and coffee for the French. Then, in 1960, a leader named Félix Houphouët-Boigny helped the country become free. After that, it quickly became a great example in the area for being steady and growing strong. In the 1970s, they called it the Ivorian Miracle, because the country got really rich, one of the richest in Africa. But then in the 1990s, problems between different groups of people and in politics started to grow. Sadly, there were two big fights, like wars inside the country between 2002 and 2007, and again from 2010 to 2011. These wars really shook things up, split the country into north and south, and made life hard for millions of people. Since 2011, Ivory Coast has been building itself back up. The money side of things has grown a lot. Roads and buildings are better, and people are trying hard to bring everyone in the country together again. Côte d'Ivoire has so much to see. Lots of beautiful nature, many different kinds of cultures, and some really surprising buildings. Abidjan is a really lively big city. It's got a mix of African energy and French style. Make sure you check out the plateau area and listen to some local music. Yamoussoukro. Now this city is really something special. It has the biggest church in the whole world, called the Basilica of Our Lady of Peace. You really have to see it. This amazing city mixes fancy things with a peaceful feeling, and it does it so easily. Right, let's pop over to Grand Bassam. This place is so special. It's protected by UNESCO, and it's brilliant if you love the beach and history. You'll see old buildings from colonial times, busy markets where people make and sell crafts, and you can hear the lovely sound of the sea. If we go west, we get to Man. It's a place where you can go on lovely walks in green areas and see the exciting Dan culture. The views here are just amazing. There are beautiful waterfalls, interesting bridges made for monkeys, and old traditional dances with masks that look wonderful. This spot by the Atlantic Sea, not far from Abidjan, is great for a weekend away. You can enjoy the sun, eat tasty seafood, and just relax. Ivory Coast has warm tropical weather. It has a wet season and a dry season. You know, the best time to go is in the dry season, especially from December to February. The weather is good then, and there are fun festivals. The dry season from November to March is really the top time to visit. It's a bit cooler and not so rainy. Then there's the rainy season from April to October. It's hot and sticky, and everything is very green, but the heavy rain can make it tricky to get around. So when's the best time to go? Yep, you got it. Côte d'Ivoire doesn't cost too much to visit, and the people are very friendly. They're getting more set up for tourists, and the local folk are lovely. The money they use is called the West African CFA franc, or XOF for short. In 2025, $1 is worth about 600 XOF. You'll definitely need cash if you go to the countryside, but you can use cards in the cities. People usually give tips, about 5 to 10% in restaurants. For a place to stay, if you're on a budget, it's about $15 to $30 a night. For something in the middle, it's $40 to $70. And for a fancy place, especially by the sea, it's $100 or more. The food from street stalls like attiqué, aloko, and grilled fish costs about $2 to $5. Eating in a restaurant will be about $10 to $20 for each person. In cities, you can get taxis or shared minibuses, and there are planes and buses to travel between big towns. So that's the info on money and some useful tips for places to stay, food, eating out, and getting around. The main language is French, but there are over 60 different groups of people and languages in the country. Not many people speak English outside of the big hotels, so it's really handy to know a little bit of French. For example, hello is bonjour, thank you is merci, and how much is combien ça coûte. Yes is oui, and no is non. People from Ivory Coast are known for being funny, stylish, and very welcoming. So if you learn a few words, you'll feel their friendliness straight away. Some common local languages are baoul doula and bait. Knowing a few French phrases can really help, and here's a tip: try to join in with the local language and way of life. So that's our trip through Ivory Coast, a country that's strong, full of music and making a comeback. Whether you're drinking coffee in Abidjan, dancing at a village party, or chilling on a beach with palm trees, Côte d'Ivoire wants you to come and see Africa's style and energy, all in one amazing place. Give this video a thumbs up if you learned something new about Ivory Coast. Subscribe for more trips from A to Z, and don't forget to ring that bell. Next, we're off to countries starting with the letter J.